I'm Reg Lascaris. I'm the Regional President of TBWA in Africa and the Middle East.
And so I
when we first set our objective, John and I were sitting around the pub having a beer, and we said, okay, what's our dream? And our dream was to be the first world-class agency out of Africa. Now the beauty of that dream is you'll never get there. Do you know what I mean? It's almost unattainable. And that's great, because if you have an objective and you have a dream and now you reach the dream, now what do we do? Do you know what I mean? So I think set big dreams in this business is very important. Be paranoid in this business is very important. And not to be middle of the road, because you could run over both ways then, is important. I think we will recognize that social media, new media have no boundaries. So there's no firewalls anybody can really put up unless they try and shut down the whole system. So I think the really good side of that is we've all become international. And I think that's something Africa really needed to be, more in touch with the rest of the world. So social media's done that, digital media's done that.
each charted course.
I think in a lot of African states, the media is controlled to a certain extent. What social media does is really open up the world, open up conversation. And people can say what they want and how they want. I mean, you take the whole Egyptian thing. I mean, that was driven by social media, the changes that happened in North Africa. So it forces people to be more honest. And I think that's really important. So although you might have a lot of media controlled by governments in the continent of Africa, social media does force them to be a little more honest, because you can't hide things anymore. It's all open. I really think it's playing a huge role in balancing out propaganda, balancing out a lot of things. Because, again, access to cell phones is huge. So everybody's twittering, everybody's chatting, everybody's doing this, everybody's taking photographs. I mean, if you see some of the photographs coming out of North Africa and all the revolutions there, it's all coming via, you know, a cell phone. So it's changing the world. It seriously is a world changer. And in the less sophisticated societies, such as societies in Africa, it's important, very important.
I did all that. And
After the revolution, there was a lot of mess in Cairo. I mean, Cairo is a big city, big population. And our office there decided to launch a cleanup campaign with their client at Henkel. Now, I think the one thing that's happening in Africa that's maybe not happening in the rest of the world is that in advertising, the concerns of the nation are big, and that's become the concerns of the corporation. So what we try very hard is to do a lot of social type campaigns, whether it's to help people drive safely, clean up, which is really all part of the educational process. So a lot of money is put into not social media, but social issues. And again, social media helps us. But I think Africa is the next big thing. But Africa is full of extremes. You know, you have kind of first world pockets and third world pockets, or mostly third world. But I think if politics is played correctly and there's not too much corruption and more countries go really democratic, which I think is happening, I think Africa's got a huge future. So I think we're well placed for the future. We're obviously all grappling to get on top of the new media and make digital the heart of the agency, no longer a sideline or a specialist thing. So we're trying to put digital at the core of everything we do, and that's happening quite quickly. But again, if you take the South African marketplace or the African marketplace, it is a case of first world, third world. But access to cell phones, to mobile phones, is what's going to change everything. So I think the mobile phone will become everything. It'll become your bank, it'll become your form of communication, because more people will have access to mobile phones than they will to computers.
I did it.
But in the end, it's all about a great idea. It doesn't matter how much it changes. The core idea will drive communication in many different ways. We're going to be completely over-communicated, right, as a society. There'll be too much noise out there. There'll be a proliferation of ways you can touch a consumer, and that's going to be the real challenge, is how you handle the media art side of it going forward, how you reach consumers.
Each charted course, each careful step along the byway